What's good, man? It's OG Drip, man. This is a channel where we talk about the spiritual truth and how to utilize energy on a day-to-day basis, man. And today, y'all, we come in, man, to talk about how to utilize the sun in Virgo. So if you're born with the sun in Virgo, pay close attention to the video. And if not, still pay close attention so you can see how each planet has different actions, you know, towards which zodiac. So all of that has different roles. So pay close attention so you guys can have the advantage of knowing not only yourself, if it's not you, but knowing that the people around you. So going on in. So what do we know about Virgo? Virgo is an earth sign that's mutable. And the native ruler of Virgo is mainly Mercury. You know what I mean? So when we say that, that's mainly like where Virgo get its energy from. So when we think of what is Mercury, Mercury is the planet of communication, is the planet of intellect, how we analyze and so forth. But also, before I even get into it, if you're wondering if this is your sun sign, your birth date is according to the sun. Like, so your the birth month, my bad. So if you were born in August the 23rd to September the 23rd or September the 22nd, depending on the year, you know what I mean, then this will be you. You get what I'm saying? So make sure you get that done and make sure you have your year to get the correct calculation, man. So when we're going into it, now what you need to know about Virgo, Virgo is also the ruler of the sixth house. So now when we look at the sixth house is about routine. The sixth house is about health. The sixth house is about perfection. So when we start thinking about that, this is the reason why Virgos is seen to be so try to be like a perfect person. Like for instance, I'm a Virgo sun. My girl is a Virgo moon, right? When she see me, she be like, "Babe, just do your videos. Don't try to make them all perfect and stuff like that." But see, that's the difference, you know, because the Virgo sun, before we present ourselves, we like for it to be as perfect. You get what I'm saying? Just like when you think about the sun, now you think about the sun bringing the light. So this is what's being seen by the eye. Know that this is what we're talking about. So now when we talk about the sun being in Virgo, this is the reason why that when you look at those person, they almost seem like they're a clean type of person when you even look at them. You know what I mean? So you be like, you know, you'll think like, okay, this person is a goody two shoe, but really that's not that. Because one thing about the Virgo, even though it's feminine energy, it's very humble. You get what I'm saying? To the fact that sometimes Virgos be so humble that a person may think they scary. You get what I'm saying? And this is because now when we talk deep and we get on some deep esoteric note, before Virgo was even, let's say, even named, before Virgo was even put together as what we see it today, it really comes from the spiritual world. So let's look at it from the 12th house, which is exactly above it. So the Virgo will be the conscious. The 12th house will be the subconscious. So now when we talking about this, we have to understand that this is the reason why Virgos, we have a hard time imagining things. See, I'm a Virgo sun too, so I know. So that's the reason why our concrete, you know, with the earth being basically logic and being practical and being able to see the things, you get what I'm saying? It's like if we can't see it, we don't believe in it type of sense. You get what I'm saying? But let's get deep onto why people think Virgos are scary or either nerve wreck. You get what I'm saying? Or jittery. See, one thing about the Virgo sun, or the Virgo energy period, when you go through a lot of things in the subconscious realm or the spiritual world, and you come back now in the body, you remember those things. So your body react to a different way. So it definitely reacts towards the nerves. So now you will see that like we have a problem with sitting still, a problem with moving our hands all the time. It's not a problem. And that's the problem. That's the thing with today. It's just that's how we communicate. This is where we gain our power from and how we use our energy. So even when we go to that, that's just basically like why Virgos sit back and analyze things. They done been through so much, so like, you know, done been through so much now. It's like, yo, I don't want to just keep jumping out there and hitting my face against the wall. Let me realize what's going on. So let me analyze and try to put the pieces together. So when we talking about Virgos such as being an investigator or something like that, they'll be the baddest ones, you know what I mean? And they'll know how to put the pieces together. That's why I be telling y'all, like, man, this is my job. This is something I love to do. I like to be seen like this, you feel me? Because when it comes down to me investigating and putting the pieces together of the puzzles that were missing, that's like investigating. You get what I'm saying? So this is where it be seen at. So now when we talking about helping others, you can see where the sun is at. So it's like you like to be seen helping others. Like, bro, I'm telling you, bro, I get so much how I'm gonna say, so much thrill out of like helping people, bro, that you won't believe. You'll be like, dude, what's the point of even helping that person? And I'll come back feeling good. So sometimes people even look at the Virgo as the helping hand, but sometimes people even call it the maid. You get what I'm saying? So when they come out with certain things and certain words, the reason why is because of the energy that comes with it. You get what I'm saying? So now when you even think of the Virgin Mary, you know what I'm saying, supposed to be pure, you know, that's what I'm saying. A Virgo, they gonna show you where they at. You know what I mean? It ain't no hiding into none of that. And they're gonna try to be adjustable to whatever you got going on. You know what I mean? And that's what's the beauty of being a mutable sign. So you're able to adapt to people. You're able to match energies and stuff. So this is gonna help you. You know what I mean? So you'll be able to help others. You can't help others and not being able to, you know, be adaptable. But at the same time, with Virgo being in the sixth house, this still is part of the first six houses, which makes it more personal towards you. So by that being that, like I was finna say, it's like this: you can help others and stuff like that, but when it come down to you just bringing in imagination to help yourself, it's hard, because now when you're looking at it, it's like basically like Neptune don't want to be a part of it, because Neptune is like, you know, dreams and imaginations, right? So it's like the things that you can't really bring to this earth, or the things that's like make believe to what certain people look at. And Virgos like to see the stuff like, man, hold on, did he make that money? I ain't seen him make it, so I don't believe it, type stuff. So, you know, a lot of it be like that because of what someone I've been through. You know what I mean? So as a Virgo spirit, I've been through so much, it makes them like that. Even to the point, like, sometimes as you being the Virgo, you have to step down on people because they feel like you're scary. Sometimes they be the first ones to get tried because they trying to be humble and they carry themselves a certain way. You know what I mean? And then when they get tried, everybody be like, oh, Lord, I didn't think this was in them, because now you get to see the earth sign of them. Now you get to see the how do I say, the broadness and all that come out. So when we talking about being released of emotion, yes, we talking about that's how that feminine energy worked. So now when we talk about the Virgin, that don't mean that it's just a pushover type energy. That means it's just pure raw energy. You get what I'm saying? So it's like it gets deep, man, and understanding how this stuff works. So now when you know that this is the reason why you see Virgos, they love to break down the things of where they got it from, where we see it as being so important. Even to the fact that, man, I spend hours sometimes doing these videos, bro, and see us, we the type of people, like, too, on a bad note, and it's because we got to get to the bag now, by us being so perfect. When we see people that don't see us as perfect, or don't see it, the things our way, we tend to lash out. We tend to get angry at them, because one thing about it, it's a common sense thing. So when we're looking at the earth sign, then you're looking at analyzing, right? House of analyzation. Then you're looking at the earth being about common sense, right? We analyzing what's going on. So otherwise than a Taurus and a Capricorn, this is where its energy is actually different. You get what I'm saying? So we hint to it a lot more. So when you're trying to look for it, you know what I mean, you're going to be able to see it a lot easier. So with Virgo being ruled by Mercury, sometimes you see people communicate in a way that is like almost bragging. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I did this today, I did that today, to try to perfect themselves. But at the same time, now this is like I was finna say, I had to mess myself up a little bit. But anyway, like I was finna say with the dark side, right? The dark side of that is by being by not only having a closed mind, because that's one thing about it. Sometimes Virgos get closed-minded to the sense of the things that they study could be wrong. You know what I mean? So like the whole thing you've been analyzing, you've been analyzing it the way that it was, but the whole scripture behind it is wrong. So you get what I'm saying? So it's kind of different when they trying to jump out of something they done been investigating or analyzed. You know what I mean? So don't become one of those type of people. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, the other note that I don't like is a personal note, the more personal thing, and that's not even a big occasion, the first one, but this one is the imagination. You know what I mean? That's the biggest thing about it, because by being, like I said, by the sun seeing things that's common sense, some of the stuff sound like someone talking out their mind. Some of the stuff sound crazy. So when it comes down to relationships with Pisces sun, you know, they like to talk about a lot about the daydreaming realm and all that stuff there. And it's like, to Virgo, they may be like, man, what the heck, bro? That stuff ain't real. Get real. This is real life that we live in. You know what I mean? And this is where we kill our own imagination. So we have to be careful with that. And we also have a very bad problem with, how I'm going to say, if you in a room and you see that everybody is not on the same path as you, You know what I mean? Like you analyze something, everybody trying to dive in something, or just everybody just going the opposite way of what you're trying to teach. And this was make it funny as parents and teachers for Virgos, right? Because boy, listen, you'll see that going on, and you'll get mad at the world, ready to blow everything up. You know what I mean? Because that's that energy. It's like, yo, if I'm for the world, but if the world ain't for me, bump it. You know what I mean? That's just what comes with it, bro. And I'm just explaining it because it's like, yo, we trying to put the pieces together. It don't matter if nobody else don't want to do it. Virgo's gonna be ready to do it. Virgo's son gonna be, I got it. I'll step up to do it. You know what I mean? Although we don't like to step up to other occasions, like we're not assertive at all. So to that occasion, that's when we come self-sufficient and more complete. So now we able to like go out. So basically, it's basically about purity of the common understanding. That's what I was trying to get out. You get what I'm saying? But anyways, y'all, I'm gonna wrap it up because you know I could go all day, man. But that's the sun in Virgo. So remember, being seen perfect or anything like that, just be careful about not trying to be so perfect. I mean, be so perfect.